team eliminated on the northwestern side. Reject Scarlet now can push in a little bit closer. IND had control of the airfield for such a long time, but it seems to be slipping away. Nades getting thrown on over.
He has to get him.
GXR Celts eliminated. That's going to be the kill as well as the bleed out comes through. RRQ, you lose yet another.
Now just down to Ernie left. This guy is a heavy flexer in terms of the frag potential. Next circle comes through, heads towards just the southeast side of the circle. T1, they know they have to get into the circle very, very quickly. Should be able to find a decent position. And you do, despite all the tragedy that they faced against on that bridge, they've managed to make their way across and actually remain in this circle. T1, though, with the duo, are making it happen.
They have 8 kills now, Blank. These guys are popping off. Okay, ready to see what else they've got for us. Team Secret as well, holding their own on the western side, but they have quite a long push as the circle out to the east, and all of these teams are going to be heavy duking it out. They will not come out of this one unscathed, but it's Biggitron with 3 players on the wall. They have a lot of control over this ground, Blank.
Yeah, they haven't had to move either. I mean, they don't have to worry about anything to the north. As long as they can take off everyone to the west side, they're absolutely fine to just hold this one out for the time being. They know that there's really not a lot of good cover on the ground ahead of them, so they could just let other teams pick each other apart. They've already got a decent amount of kills. They're looking for that chicken dinner.
You do. They want to push straight on in. They're challenging Team IND's position right now. They're going for the fight. 7 teams remain, and they're looking to bring it down to 6. 1 player, and it's now just Kratos for IND to hold under the wing, but you do are right around the corner. Oh, Fredo just has to hide himself over underneath in the engine there to heal on up after taking a little bit of damage from the sidelines.
Yeah, there's a potential that Team IND can go for risky resurrection here. I mean, they're surrounding all sides, but currently it's the other team who is pinned down. You do taking so much fire. This smoke's paid off massively for Team IND, and now they can heal. They are about a breath's width away from you do, and now Drax is trying to crawl his way around the snake in the grass.
Smokes are up. If they can hold this down for just a minute longer, they might be able to get something as they strike out, but you do eliminate Reject Scarlet, bringing us down to 6 teams remaining in the first game, Blank.
You do all the bullets. They fly everywhere, and finally Fredo goes down. They have the UAS, but if that explodes, Drax goes down too, and no one's really focusing at the moment. BTR, they found out Ernie. RRQ goes down in 5th.
Team Secret eliminated now. 4 teams remain. On the south side, you've got Biggitron, really the dominant force here, but when it comes to kills, they have some competition. There's 9 kills on the scoreboard for T1, sorry, the South Korean representatives. They've had a real good shout, but it looks like their road might just be coming to an end here.
I mean, there is absolutely no road ahead of him in the first place. That's IND. Kratos moves around the side. Goes to fight with the gods themselves. Fredo looking for another one. That's 420 down. Kratos still alive, but it's Fredo with 0 HP whatsoever, and he's taken down. Kratos will survive this one.
It's it from the buggy explosion, able to get that frag, but they do get eliminated in the meantime from the off angles. Still in it, T1. They're looking to try and push across, maybe get some ground. Biggitron, though, 3 players alive, all nice and healthy. They're finally going to have to move now, Blank.
And did we expect anything other than this? Here's T1, 9 kills, a lot of damage on the board. Satan, you pretty much know that he's got no HP, no meds on board either. And now it's just time for BTR to pick up the pieces.
Smokes being dropped out, getting their positions. Satan low HP, no armor to speak of left, no meds as well. They've suffered, but they've gotten this far, and they're going to have at least a guaranteed 19 points on the game, Blank.
Satan, he's looking at that second place, but Kratos currently going undetected. Satan just wants to hold here as long as possible, but does mean that BTR will have to move all the way across. You can see that he's blown out all the tires. It's going to be very difficult to shoot him from underneath, but he's outside of the zone itself. BTR controlling all of it. Suxy making the mad spray. Actually, Satan's firing backwards. That is a massively ballsy move.
Okay, he does pay the price for it. Unfortunately, Biggitron do eliminate them. Still, a very strong game from T1. They had to rotate all the way from Rozhok, remember, and they were in a fight right from the start. So, fantastic stuff coming out from them. But IND, Team IND, they've managed to make it to second place as well. A really good start. And to be honest, though, did we expect anything else? Biggitron Red Aliens, they're doing really, really strong strong play right now.
Massively. I mean, I'm surprised Kratos was actually able to get out. That was cheeky. And now Zuxi, Luxley, and Microbyte all looking to just shoot shots over towards Kratos' side. If I'm Kratos, though, I think that maybe I'm just better off going out here in second and not giving the kill points across. Though it is just for seeding, so it doesn't matter too much here. The IND Kratos can go for this win. It would just look cool if he could do it.
They're sending the nades out. One shot goes through. Kratos finds one, but they spot him out. It's Bigatron Red Aliens, the current reigning champions, to bring it home.
So they're going to have to make something happen very quickly. Mao's within the building. I think they know that someone's in here. Missile drops around the side, but they're both incredibly damaged.
This is crunch time, Blank. This is the Thanos circle, as I like to call it. You level up, go for the drop shot. This time it's going to work out. He finds a second, and T1 eliminated.
Mao on his own. Sure, they were damaged, but to make that one happen under the pressure there, Mao was so incredibly calm, and he will get a ghillie suit for his troubles, which will blend in perfectly with this environment. Gil, though, they're still going in terms of Orange Rock. Box did pretend to leave them alone a little bit, but they're still just waiting on the wings.
Orange Rock, you say, they are ready and waiting, but Nova Godlike playing spoiler, potentially. Cooking the nade, wants to try and send it into the shack. If it does land, that would be devastating for Orange Rock. I don't think they'd survive, so they'll have to figure it out how they're going to escape, how they're going to evacuate. They're sending out nades the other way. The nades
what? It bounces out the building!
No way.
Are you kidding?
It was a missed nade, but they actually managed to get it out there. But there's the nade in response. Beautifully threaded there for Nova Godlike, 2 down, and they might just try and push this one out, Blank.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. Avenger was saying on the desk, that takes you about 20 seconds to get that res, and there's 2 down here, so there's plenty of time for Nova Godlike to actually move in. Beautiful Molotovs comes to the top, and Orange Rock will feel the heat, but just about make it out in time. Gil goes down, but now it's his teammates returning the favor. Beautiful smokes, though, over the top, and now the Molotovs come through just to prevent the push.
But the crucial thing here, Blank, is that Orange Rock have managed to get out of the shack. They are no longer pinned to that hard cover. They can start to spread out, maybe take control behind the tree. They know that Nova Godlike should be down to 2 if they've been keeping track of the kill feed, and they still have the numbers advantage.
The only issue here is now BTR, they're trapped. Well, not trapped, I'd say, but they're right on the edge of the circle. They still have a compound, so they might choose not to push out here. That's Hasta actually going down from Nova Godlike. Orange Rock continue to make this happen. Gil pops out the smoke for just a second, tries to get a little bit of info, burns the image ahead of him into his mind, and then tries to relay that one back.
It was Box, actually, I think, with a little bit of a third party coming in. Orange Rock, again, losing a player, but this is going to force Vampire to make that crossing. Orange Rock stopped just for now, but they know they're both behind it. That's another nade being sent forwards. Not too sure if it's going to have the same impact. We'll have to wait and see. Yudu moving in towards the circle, trying to fight it out with pretty much everyone else on this southeastern side. They are going to have, sorry, the northwestern side, as they are going to take the fight to them. Megastars eliminated as the fight rages on.
That is a beautiful play from Orange Rock to withstand all that for so long. Also, while setting up smokes in the meantime to make sure they got the crossover on top of it. That's a lot of forward thinking from this team, and you're really, really happy to see it. That Orange Rock is looking one step ahead. Nice little spray. Does not find Box, though, and they'll live to tell the tale another day. They're taking a lot of fire from a lot of different teams.
Oh, goodness me. Bigatron now starting to chime in. They're up to 4 kills as Orange Rock take another fight, and with it eliminates Box Gaming. 4 teams now remaining, as it was a massive gauntlet push for everybody except for Bigatron.
Yeah, Orange Rock 10 kills, 1,800 damage already, and now it's Bigatron starting to chime in. 4 members alive. That is not easy to do, especially on Vikendi with a circle like this. Nice shots coming out from Orange Rock. That is rang down. Now just Fredo alive. That could have been an accurate spray, but Gil decides not to follow through with it. And they're all just crawling over towards where Fredo is. Orange Rock could quite easily make the push, but you see Marvy so incredibly low. He's currently walking whilst healing, and Zuxi is in a position to start taking shots.
He's got the off angle from the rest of his squad, has control of some of this zone. He's been sent out as that close-range fragger that we know him to be, but it's Scout to try and take the challenge. Smoke's being popped through, the spray from Zuxi. Not quite able to land those shots, and Bigatron looking to try and challenge out, has to send out wide into the smoke. Takes minimal damage from that. There could have been a lot worse, Blank.
If they can take Zuxi, they might even the odds a little bit here. Sure, BTR still control a decent compound. Scout, though, proving himself now in the Pmwl to definitely not be one to look over. Yudugank in the distance. Ryzen will pick up that kill. Bigatron very happy to look for placement points here. That's Parang now down, and that's Yudugank out. Two teams left. It's Orange Rock versus BTR. Two Titans on the field.
With an armistice agreed, they take out Yudugank, but now it's back to loggerheads, blank, Orange Rock. They fought their way through valiantly. 11 kills so far on the round, but Bigatron might just be able to put a stop to it with 6 kills themselves, looking to get that second chicken dinner. These guys, they're unstoppable right now.
And this is the uphill battle I was talking about. And Orange Rock, they've had to use so many resources just to get here. Smokes, grenades, everything. Sure, they've got a couple of resupplies, but that Scout now down. Gil out in the blue. He's just moving his way across. Can he stay alive for a little bit longer? But Microboy, Scout down.
Last player now standing, it's Gil out in the blue, and Bigatron take home yet a second.
Dinners right off the bat, kicking off this entire Pmwl East tournament. As Synergy, unfortunately, going to be taking a big fat L in that one. Ted is going to be left alone in his own little compound, just crying in his corner, hopefully able to make his way back in circle. He's only got 30 seconds to take action here. We make it to phase 6. I'm a little bit doubtful.
It's definitely not going to be easy, but maybe he can play off the distraction that Yudu and Team IND might be able to create against each other. It is going to be 4v2 between Yudu and Team IND. You also have Morph. Morph are still a full squad on the eastern side of this circle.
420 OP of Team IND is going to go for the push. He sees the information. He gets the... Oh my god, gets job done. I almost got jumper there for a second, but unfortunately not quite able to get that knockdown. But they are definitely going to have to potentially give up on this fight. You know that Yudu, they are struggling. Not too sure how to fully commit to this one. Team IND, here it is. They're keeping the pressure high, keeping the pressure at an all-times high. As here it is, they're making their way down the mountain top, and Yudu make their way into the circle, but the high ground is still to the advantage of Team IND. Things are not looking great on the other side, but Yudu still got one player, and that's going to be Drax.
That was really poor by Yudu. You knew they were there. Why did you anyway get anywhere near the vehicles and look to disengage away? This is the time of the game where you have to fight, kill, and frag your way through to the latter parts of this game, because it's put them down to 2 players. Team IND still have 2. Yes, they are further away from the circle, but they're on 8 kills max.
One team we haven't talked about too much, that's Morph going into this. Just sneaky snakes. I mean, no, rattlesnakes over here. Miramar, but able to make their way in the circle. BTR slowly waking up. And now they're going to be looking for Team IND to get one. Can he get Slayer off Team IND? Oh my god! Slayer gets it done! Team IND shut down! And there you go. Yudu eliminated in 5th position. That's insane.
Revenge is a dish best served Sandy. As Team IND get revenge onto BTR from the game 1 where they couldn't survive against BTR. So now it's going to leave Slayer on his own, as you also still have Ted from Synergy has been able to quietly move his way in, snake his way through into the circle as the blue zone of phase 6 is closing in. 4 teams, 8 players left standing, and 4 of them are Morph.
Ted going to be just sticking around down south with Slay of Team IND. Hopefully they'll be having a significantly good phase 7 circle in their favor. But yeah, definitely this is going to be going really well for Morph. They still want some utility, allowing really BTR to not take those easy shots just yet. But I think that here Morph, they need to try and take control of the high ground on the plateau. Playing on a slope can get risky because team can easily push on their location. I think that they did try and scout a little bit more and open their wings to try and take control of this circle. They got the man advantage to do so.
And now as phase 7 shifts to the east, right in the hands of BTR, they've been praying to the PUBG Mobile Circle gods, and they've been gifted the circle right now in the latter parts of this game, but they've got to contend with 4 other players across 3 teams as Slayer proms his way down. The smokes get thrown out by Morph Gaming, looking for Microboy, potentially looking to throw up a grenade. The bombs are going out. Let's see if Microboy can survive.
I'll have to wait and see. The circle actually shifting over to one of the players of BTR. Morph actually going to have to give their position away. The same, unfortunately, for Synergy and Team IND. But here it is, Synergy. Oh my god, he missed so many shots at the start. That was actually really scary. But Team IND out in 4th position. An extra kill for Synergy. But here it is, Morph knocking on BTR's door. But can they get it opened up and Pride open? That's the question to be answered right now. Oh, that grenade. Run away, Ted. Oh my god, that was so close. I did not like that.
Now Ted pulling out some absolute stock moves. They're only on 3 kills, right? So they do need more placement points compared to the 2 other teams left in this game as the blue zone of phase 7 is closing in. Ted's going to be put under pressure. We see all the smoke path being thrown out by the Cydomorph. They haven't had to contend with too much action, so they must have all the utility, all the meds coming into the latter parts of this game, Max.
I'm a little bit scared over here for BTR. Reason why? They're in a dip. No, the main counter of dips, grenades. If they still got some utility over here, mollies, grenades, that could be huge to try and get that control on this phase 7 circle. But now, Synergy, Ted, he does not want to get involved. It's like a Mexican standoff. You just let things happen, and when the fight breaks out, that's when you go in and try and steal the win.
Arriba. Yeah. Let's see if Morph can do the beautiful dance of victory and claim the chicken dinner and stop BTR from getting 3 in a row. But this is the reigning world champions. This is BTR. This is the team that won the first 2 games. Do not ever count this team out, Max.
And as slowly Ted is going to be pushed towards him. Oh, Ryzen's going to go and say hello. Gets the information. I believe that was a nice headshot coming on through. Ryzen gets the shutdown. Synergy out in 3rd position. But now they go for it. They knew the fight was breaking out. They're going to absolutely overwhelm BTR. Bigatron now still with Ryzen left alone. He's got the high ground. They got 1 knockdown for themselves. Going to go for the flash. He wants to take every opportunity to every single point he might get.
1v3, 1v3, Ryzen, let's even close out. Shots are coming out. He gets 1 knockdown. He's playing around the dip. He's going to go for the knockdown, but it doesn't count. Morph claimed the chicken dinner. They stop our action onto BTR and make them pay the price.
Straight up north of Paradise Resort, that's the position the Celts are going to be aiming for, and they will get that under control. But now, Bigatron getting pressured down by the teams over there, and that's why they were all hesitant to really push into Paradise Resort. Around Paradise Resort, it's such a weird area to fight around. You never sure which team will come out on top.
We've now lost Team Streaker. King of Gamers took them out, but now King of Gamers have got to make their own way into the circle because it did shift into Paradise Resort. It is Paradise City. The grass is going to be green and the blood is going to be pretty as the bodies are bound to hit the floor as the teams make their way in. Viru onto Slayer, onto Snacks. We see it in the kill feed. Let's see if they get even more work done as they confirm the kills.
Celts still just slowly making it behind the area of Paradise Resort, trying to avoid detection. They're able to do so, just like King of Gamers Club. But now Orange Rock, they're the team that currently, they are going to struggle a little bit to make it through because they've got to go down a hill, down that little bit of a cliff. And that's going to be them just potentially falling straight into the open arms of Bigatron very soon. But actually, we're going to be shifting over to the western side of Paradise Resort, where it's a little bit more open-ended.
It is a little bit more open area, but there's a lot of rocks to play around as Galaxy Racer Cells. Tanky is knocked down, but MZ and Ultron trying to hold on. Box Gaming is boxing them into a corner, but King of Gamers, we've seen the kill feed, is third-partying them.
Third parties, especially what's going to be happening over here, but here it is. GXR Celts, they are pushing on Box Gaming. Team IND eliminated after still a great game last time around on Miramar. They got 4th position, but now things are going to get more and more sweaty as we go by. 8 teams still remaining in this Sandhawk lobby. And the fight is going to be happening. Not many teams actually in Paradise Resort itself, which, you know, we talked about it already earlier. The edge is just so weird to play around. It was really expected.
Exactly. But now, as it's on towards the west, let's see what the teams on the east, most notably King of Gamers, Galaxy Racer, Celts, and Box Gaming. Also down in the south, we have lost U level up, so RRQ are being very, very victorious on their push into the circles.
And yeah, RRQ Athena so far, they got 8 kills, and it's still going up every single second. So we'll have to wait and see if they can try and potentially get their very first chicken dinner of the day. So now, here it is, Celts, they made their way already in. They shifted actually from the north of Paradise Resort over to the eastern side, and that's where most teams are going to try and actually avoid that location because they want to try and get themselves in center circle in Paradise, but nice few shots coming out, and that's going to be also a great grenade from RRQ Athena onto Nova Godlike, trying to shut them down completely. But here it is, RRQ Athena doing such a good impact, but Celts, they're going for the re-engage from behind, they're going for the third party of the century.
MJ just comes in, looks to shut them down as the members of RQ push it through. It just becomes too much, and Ernie shuts them down. That's the end of Celts, but what an incredible run through for them as we're down to the last 6 teams. 14 players up. Phase 7 shifts to the west once again.
Got to give a lot of props to Celts for them rotations. Very tricky, very hard to pull off, and very long to pull off, but it definitely did work out as King of Gamers Club unfortunately will bite the dust also. 6th position, 5 teams still remaining. As Orange Rock, now, they got one of the most predominant locations. They got the high ground for themselves. They're going to leave all the teams fight. They just don't have to, they can just chill right now and wait for the teams to rotate in circle and just pick them up one by one.
You talked about RQ. They're on 11 kills, double digits from a kill point of view, as they want to add a lot more to their count as a game is pushing through. Orange Rock, they're on 7 kills. They're looking strong. They're getting the revives, but can Box Gaming break the spirit of Orange Rock?
I mean, Orange Rock right now, they just don't have to get involved. They're going to be seeing the last member there of Bigatron. There you go. 5th position still. Extremely consistent performances from this team, Bigatron Red Aliens. But now, 4 teams still in play. We'll have Nova Godlike, we'll have Box Gaming, Orange Rock, and also RQ Athena. And now RQ, actually, they're going to have to move a little bit forward, but we talked about it. It's the open-ended area of Paradise Resort. Rotating is going to be extremely harsh.
And the high ground held onto by Orange Rock, that could give them an advantage, but there's a lot of little, like, statues and rocks that the teams on the low ground can play around, so it's definitely not an easy task for Orange Rock. But Bear was knocked down. He's going to get confirmed with the burning Molotov, as Ernie is going to be prone down by the side of the wall. Gil throwing out his smoke. They want to take control of this phase 8 circle. There is still a full Box Gaming team up, along with the 2 players of Nova Godlike.
The smokes, all the smokes coming out from Box Gaming and Nova Godlike. They want to avoid detection, but Jill has the angle. Does get 1 member down of Nova Godlike, all down to now 1 player. And that's going to mean Smexy OP, but there you go, gets shut down by the play zone, denies an extra point. That's pretty good. They'll be taken out in 4th position. 3 teams still remaining. Box Gaming, they're going for the push through the smokes, but they have no information because they're just going absolutely in the dark.
Yeah, and then Ernie gets a knockdown on the scout. Confirmed on the scout. Orange Rock down 2, 3 players, but Gil, the player traded over from Nova Godlike, is able to get the job done. Mavi, along with Vru, gonna look to take down Box Gaming.
The main priority. Now Grenade from Fredo. Will that connect? I mean, City's on a pretty good path, but I don't think it will get much done, unfortunately. Yeah, not going to be detonating in time, and that will not be a knockdown. But still now, we're going to be seeing phase 7 about to knock up and come up in 3, 2, 1. Up north, TSM Entity! Them lads, they have like the perfect circle for them right now.
Oh boy, that's why I say always stay on the edge of a city, because it is unlikely that it stays in that direction as Rock's dancing around, dodging everything, hearing everything that's going on, leading the rest of his team as Udu Gang, trying to get the revives off. Friedel is prone down, hoping he doesn't get spotted, but the Tanky are just driving his way through from Celts.
Just shutting down absolutely everyone. Galaxy Racer Celts. Absolutely shredding the competition down south on the eastern side. They got Nova Godlike in a little bit of a bad spot. Same also for Udu. And now they're going to be trying to crack this one open more and more. They're going for the high ground push a little bit. That's going to be Valdez trying to get that position away from potentially TSM Entity. But TSM Entity, they say a big no, but still they have 1 member knocked away. They were a 2-man team earlier. And as I say that, unfortunately, going to be losing 2 teams. Nova Godlike goes out in 8th position. And unfortunately, TSM Entity will be following suit and get eliminated in 8th position.
Valdez Esports moving on to the hill on the eastern side, but they are outside the circle. No chance team. Lost Choco Nut X earlier on. Offdells is knocked down. They do still have Heineken and the other player of their team up as you level up. Pmwl and Huzan. Udu Dang go down.
Oh, them grenades, goddess. That was absolutely on point from no chance. Now they've got to keep on going. Heineken try to install that utility, you know, on the edge of George Pole, which is what we were talking about earlier. That is definitely the position you want to try and play around, because you can keep pressure and information on teams out of the circle, and currently also teams are currently in the building. But it is now Valdez. They took the position of TSM Entity. They didn't have the advantage for them. That's go uphill. That was a huge win for them, and that might actually just score them the win.
Exactly. It's just going to give them so much freedom as they knock down member after member of Galaxy Racer South. Rox is inside the smoke, trying to hold on, but MJ is also doing his best to save off the pressure, and King of Gamers are also still in the mix.
At least they have time. Martin, despite being knocked away, they got a nice spot to go for. They can easily pull off that res. Orange Rock will get taken out now. Down to finally top 5 on this game. Imperium, the circle is still going to be closing up. Phase 8 is going to be on our radars pretty damn soon. The smokes are buying a lot of time for Sales to pull off the res, but unfortunately, as I say that res is actually going to be shut down and leaving Rox as a one-man army. They keep the pressure down. Him 1, looking for 2nd. The spray of Goddard will confirm 2 kills. They see the last one, and there you go. Celts going to bite the dust, eliminated in 5th position.
But they did end the game with 11 kills, so it's a well worthwhile game for them perking the points up as we get into the final 4. No chance. King of Gamers, you level up, and Valdez as Phase 8 has gone up north. King of Gamers are just on the southern tip of the circle inside that building.
I actually like this circle quite a bit. It's going to be taking the high ground away. It's going to be taking the buildings away. It's going to make things a little bit more even. Stevens, anybody can really take this game if they do try and take it under control, which you like to see. But Hennigan, it's going to be now the last remaining member, still up on his feet. As here it is. Valdez, they just know that they got to go down. Valdez, the murder, going to try their best to take control on this one. King of Gamers Club, they got to hold on to it. But unfortunately, that building, you can't look uphill from that segment. They can't do anything against that push off Valdez.
But it was a great play by Valdez, along with the help of You Level Up, was able to take down No Chance Team, creating a tiny bit more space as you go on the edge of the building. We're down to the last 3 teams, 7 players up, 3v1 of the 3 remaining teams. Can King of Gamers rise to become the kings of the last game in a wrangle?
I don't want to shut out, Hyugzan for You Level Up just yet, because he could still just go for a third party. It comes back to what we had earlier a little bit on Miramar. It comes down to a Mexican standoff, and the team that fights last could take the win. And if it's Hyugzan that goes for the fight last, he could take the win. But seems like he's going to go for Battlefields just yet, trying to really secure that 2nd position. But dies to the blue zone, unfortunately. Yeah. And there you have it now. It's going to be down to 2 teams. It's going to be all Valdez the Murder, or it's going to be King of Gamers Club Imperium.
3v3. Can Valdez close out the day with the chicken dinner, or will King of Gamers shut them down? The King of Gamers inside the building. Valdez circling the side of the building. Martin and Goddard flanks their way through on the side. Goddard starts things off by getting a knockdown. Oops goes down to Braga with the M249. Gets a knockdown, but now as Martin goes on the side of the building, very little help from Braga. Can he close it out? Can he continue on? No, it's not. And Valdez